Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Manifesting Millions podcast. Today is a juicy episode. We are going to be talking about your next era, and I'll be sharing a little bit about the bonuses that exist inside the Wealthy as Fuck program. So let's get right on into it, shall we? Welcome to the Manifesting Millions podcast, where we talk about manifestation, money, and practical guidance to creating your dream reality. My name is Amy Van Meel, and I am an experienced coach and transformation guide, obsessed with helping you get out of your own way and create a life that blows your mind each day you wake up. My goal in this podcast is to share practical manifestation, self-awareness, and growth techniques in real talk conversations. So if you're ready to massively transform your reality, your finances, your relationships, and your overall enjoyment of life, you are in the right place. I am absolutely delighted that you're here with me today, babe. Let's get into it. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Manifesting Millions podcast. I'm excited that you're here with me today. We are in our enrollment period for Wealthy as Fuck, and I want to talk about that a little bit further today. I'm going to share with you what you're going to be getting as your bonuses inside the program. If you've been wondering, this is where we're going to shed all the things, but let's have a little chat first. And before you click away, if you're like, I'm not interested in joining Wealthy as Fuck, I promise you that the first part of this episode for sure is something that you're definitely going to want to listen to. Hey, stick around to the end anyway, because maybe you're just popping in that information for future you to make a decision down the road. So in my office, which is where I'm currently recording, I have this, I've turned it into this lovely piece of art, but it actually was the thing of a calendar from one year. And it says, believe in the person you are becoming. So here's the thing about enrollment windows. They go away, right? The opportunity to say yes in that moment goes away, not because it's not going to come back down, somewhere down the road, but it's about understanding that the opportunity that is available when there are enrollment windows open, like it is for Wealthy as Fuck right now, is that it's an opportunity to really define what your next era will be, okay? And to step into it with confidence and clarity and supportive guidance. And that's really key. So I've spoken with a few folks lately, and a few of them have shared a similar sentiment, something that sounds like, Amy, I just feel so lost. I'm not sure what I want to do, what I should be focusing on, and even if I can figure all of that out, I have no idea how to get there. And OMG, I know that feeling very well. And I can, if there's not a lot of things I can absolutely promise you in life, but this is one that I'm pretty sure I can promise you. It is a feeling that you will revisit time and again in life. All right? Spoiler alert. But it doesn't have to be one that you spend a whole bunch of time in. So the thing is this, the true gold inside any program lies in whether or not it can support your transformation. But what does that really mean anyway? Because I know we certainly talk about it a lot. I know I talk about it a lot. What does it actually mean whether a program supports your transformation? What it means is, does the content, the intent, and the guide know how to bring you from lost as fuck to discovering your path forward? Right? Is the actual insight that's inside of it, the intent that's put around it, the person who's actually leading you forward, able and going to bring you through the journey? Because transformation, though it sounds juicy and vibey and ooh, tell me more, is really just about letting go of lost, of like where you are now, and moving in a new way. It's about releasing old patterns that aren't working. It's about uncovering the beliefs that are holding those patterns there. And through the magic of neuroplasticity, which is one of my favorite discoveries, I think, of the last 100 years, putting in place an upgraded framework to follow. I got to tell you, when I learned that, like, I shouldn't say that. I think I always knew because, like, neuroplasticity was always a thing in the time that I've been living and breathing and wandering around this world. But, like, when I began to understand that specifically my money mentality wasn't like fixed and that I could actually change it, I was like, oh, tell me more, show me how, right? Because that was everything to me. So the transformation, it's not about wrestling with yourself to figure out what you want. It's about expecting that your next era is already available for you. Okay. And it's showing you the signs of what it is already. So if you're like, I don't understand where I'm going, listen, there's already signs out there. You just haven't decluttered the space around it, so you can't see it just yet. But what I can promise you is this: the content and the intent of Wealthy as Fuck is beautifully laid out to do exactly what I've shared, to help you find clarity and confidence so that you can move forward. That's the whole goal of the program. And it doesn't sound sexy and it doesn't seem earth-shattering, but I promise you that, like, oh my gosh, when you start making those shifts, when you start moving from clarity instead of what the fuck is happening right now, it's everything. So that's our content and our intent. And let's have a little quick chat about the guide, because the guide is me, who dis. I have been studying money and manifestation and personal growth for more than 20 years. I know that's crazy. I definitely am not old enough to feel like I have been doing this for more than 2 decades, but I did the math. I carried the one. I used a calculator. I promise you, I've been doing it for more than 20 years. It's kind of crazy. And everything that I share inside Wealthy as Fuck is based on what I know works. So when I'm sharing insights, when I'm sharing ideas, when I'm sharing tools and strategies, I'm not sharing based on like, well, I read this book and this sounded like a good idea, so I'll just like, put this together and I'll charge money for other people to see and they can test it out. No, if it's in there, it's because I know that it works. So for you, it's not about stumbling through the darkness anymore. It's about taking my hand and stepping into the light from the torch that I'm holding up from those 20 plus years that I've been doing the experimenting and I've been doing the testing and the trialing and all the things. And it's about believing in the person that you are becoming, because your next era is actually already available for you, and it's only really a matter of moving into it. So let's have a quick chat about the bonuses that we see inside. So this is where I see so often, I don't love it, and this is why I haven't done it myself. And maybe one day by myself doing it in this way, who knows? I guess we'll wait and see. But certainly, if you've attended any webinar or any of those like things, it's always like, and then you get this, but wait, there's more. And it's intended to help move us off the fence. Okay. So if that's you, if you're on the fence about joining Wealthy as Fuck in this particular enrollment window, and you're like, and listen, it's going to feel right inside of you. So when you're ready for it, I'm delighted to have you. And whether that means that you're joining me this time or you're joining me, I don't know, in 3 years from now, like that's still cool. But what I want to just talk about this for one quick second before I get into the bonuses. Okay. I have seen so many offer emails over the years, like a ridiculous amount of offer emails, all of them promising me the world if I just say yes. like, just do this thing. Now's the right time. Get in here. What's taking you so long? I've seen the ones that are loaded with guilt, ones that are filled with messages about taking a chance on yourself, ones that are dripping with like gross feeling statements that don't inspire me to take action. They actually leave me feeling heavy and ashamed. And sometimes, like, I've just been handed proof as to why I don't get to have my dreams. Those are my favorite sales emails, the ones that come in with an offer. And it's like, oh, by the way, here's the reason why you don't have your dreams. And I'm like, cool. So I can't afford your $4,000 program, but now not only can I not afford that program, now I also get to have this like lovely piece of information puddling around in my brain. Awesome. So excited that we had this moment together, right? Like, no, not here for that. And it is actually this exact series of experiences that have really been the hurdle for me when I'm endeavoring to put invitations to my programs and my offerings into your hands. It's the hurdle that I overcome every time I put together an offer email, every time I prepare for a launch, every time that I like sit down to record an episode like this, where it's like, ugh, I don't want to dump shit on somebody because I am aware that it may not be the right decision for you to move into Wealthy as Fuck. It might also be possible that like it's not within your financial means. We're going to talk about that in a second because I promise you it's actually much more approachable than you might be thinking. I know I certainly have gotten into those like, oh my God, it's going to cost millions of dollars. And I promise you it does not. The thing about these offer emails is that they tend to fuel our limiting beliefs. Okay. And then they become fodder for our brains to pick up and throw at us when we're already feeling down. Okay. Our brain is like, hey, so you're not feeling good today? How about this? And it like chucks a thing at you and you're like, well, that is not what I needed today. Thank you so much for that. Now, the answer to this is not don't send any emails, right? Don't offer any invitations. Don't record any podcasts. Because certainly I've definitely been in that space and then gone, why the hell am I not selling anything? Oh, because I'm afraid to email somebody. I'm afraid to talk about it on the podcast. I'm afraid to post about it on Instagram. Right. I guess one part kind of has to happen for the second part to happen. All right. So the answer is not don't send anything to you. Don't invite you. Don't say anything about it. The answer is actually to offer you insight into how you can shift those limiting beliefs. Okay. So that the emails, because I'm sure if you're getting emails like I am, the emails are no longer triggering you. So that you no longer feel more low days than you feel joyful ones. So that you get to remember you can have whatever you want. All right. And it's those things specifically that the bonus modules that I have inside Wealthy as Fuck will help highlight for you. So we talked about this. I've lost track of when all these episodes are dropping. So maybe we haven't talked about this yet. But whether we have or not, it doesn't actually matter. When you enroll inside Wealthy as Fuck, you don't just get the core money modules, which is amazing, and the live coaching calls, which is also like really fucking awesome. Use your words, Amy. One of the very cool things is that you get instant access to a number of pretty awesome bonuses. So let's have just like I'm not going to go through like a 14-minute diatribe on every single one. Okay. We're going to keep it short and tight and nice and sweet. So bonus number 1 is the Build Your Boss Foundation workshop. Okay. So this workshop centers on money, identifying what money really is, how to build trust with money, how to stop resisting, and how to begin rewiring your brain for confidence and abundance. Juicy, juicy workshop. You get that one right away. Bonus number 2 is Unfuck Your Money. This is also all of these specific ones that I'm sharing here are all workshops. So the Unfuck Your Money workshop tackles specifically the limiting beliefs that you have around money, helps you clear the garbage belief, and introduces you to your most unfuckwithable self. And actually, it's like the really beautiful thing about that particular bonus is it gets you started on something that we talk about in module 7 of Wealthy as Fuck. So if you enroll and like start going through the bonuses right away, you're going to have like a sneak peek as to what's coming. So that's very juicy. Bonus number 3 is the Drop the Veil workshop. Now, some of you may have been joining me live this week for this week's Drop the Veil workshop, which is awesome. I fucking love it. So you already know how awesome the content is. And if you're like, wait, there's a workshop happening this week? Why didn't I know about it? Don't worry. It's a bonus inside the Wealthy as Fuck program. And this particular bonus focuses on releasing 3 powerful myths that are keeping you disconnected from the wealth that you desire. All right. I'll show you why did the words fall out of my head. You're going to discover, I'm going to come back to that in a second. You're going to discover simple tools that you can play with, like literally starting today, to create shifts and begin building your version of wealth. Very, very juicy. Very quick before I dive into bonus number 4. My niece, when she was little, this is my favorite thing. I think she was like 3, maybe 4. And she used to do these things. So my niece is Dutch. I am Dutch. And in Dutch, the word for aunt is tante. If you're Dutch or German, you'll know what the word is. So she'll go, Tante Amy, I show you. I show you. And I'm like, okay, you show me. Like it was my favorite thing. So forever in life, one day she's going to be like 28 years old and getting married. And I'm going to be thinking about this like sweet little thing that was like, Tante Amy, I show you. All right. I digress. Let's get back on track. The 4th bonus that you get is called the Confidence Manifesto. This is, oh my goodness, this is such a powerful bonus. You get access to it right away. This is a 2-hour, like deep in-depth dive into confidence, how to build confidence, how to build it at all stages. So even if you're feeling right now, you're like, Amy, I have no issues with confidence. Cool. That's amazing. But like, I introduce you to a very simple scale that takes you anywhere from like, I think I literally called it like worms have more confidence than I do. And then like give you very simple. Inside my Breakup with Broke program, I talk about this, that simple always wins. It's something that I really anchor all my content on, all my coaching on, all my programs on, that like it is always about simple, because our subconscious mind does not like complex. So I have this very simple framework for you to identify where you're at on a scale for confidence. And then each different level has different tools and strategies to play with to build your confidence. And something that you may not be aware of is like, and maybe you are, it might sound silly to say it that way, but you may feel really confident in certain areas of your life and not confident at all in other areas of your life. Okay. And like the thing that I think is so funny, if you are someone who appears outwardly confident, people are stunned and like completely in disbelief if you are like very unsure of yourself in other things. I can tell you from personal experience that is the case. Because they're like, but what do you mean? But like, you're just so confident. You just go do things so boldly. And I'm like, no, I do not. There is a lot of things that I have to like really talk myself into. So the confidence, I don't know what I just did to my page, but I did something and everything just disappeared. So that's fine. The Confidence Manifesto is one of the bonuses that you get right away. This one is very, very juicy for growing your career. Very much for women. It's so good. So 4 really amazing bonuses. That doesn't even count. We didn't even talk about the resources module, which I lost count. I think it's like 12 or 13 resources that are in there. The resources are specifically, these are, I don't want to say resources again. These are, come on, Amy, the word's coming to me, inputs from outside. So They are podcast episodes from other podcasts. They are YouTube videos from global experts. They are articles. They are like a whole pile of things. These are think of it as like a collection of wisdom and insight that I have curated for you specifically to help boost and strengthen the foundation for you as you are building your wealthy as fuck life. So like you don't have to do anything with the resources. They're there for you. But these are things, whether they are interviews or episodes or something that like really changed my life or shifted my perspective, or things that are teaching similar concepts to what I share inside Wealthy as Fuck, but said in a different way. Because listen, the truth is like we sometimes will catch things right away, but oftentimes it takes us a few goes before it like sinks. And sometimes someone like if I say something one way, but then someone else says it ever so slightly differently, all of a sudden everything clicks. So that's why these resources are in there. They're just there to like boost and strengthen your foundation. Now let's very quickly, yes, I think I'm going to cover it in this particular episode, but I'll dive into this a little bit further into the FAQ. It's late in the day when I'm recording this, so the words are falling out of my brain. I'll do this in my FAQ episode as well. But I did mention at the very beginning that like if you are feeling the concern of like, oh my God, this program has got so much and it's going to cost like many, many, many thousands of dollars, that is absolutely not true. I want to keep this program intentionally, financially approachable for you, because this comes from the heart of my own experience and frustration with money, that like I had no fucking money to play with, and everything that I could see that was talking about how to like build wealth or like learn about money was like stupid expensive. And I was like, well, I guess I'm just stuck with whatever thinking I got because I can't afford it. And I don't want that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for the world. I want to keep this intentionally approachable. So Wealthy as Fuck has both a full pay and a payment option. I have not seen this anywhere else on the planet where the payments are the exact same amount as the full pay. I have not seen anybody else out in the world doing this. This is something that I believe very truly to be very integral to honoring the decision and the space that each person is in at the time of enrollment. And now there is a little bit of clarity because the payments are over 10 months. Okay. So, which is to say, no, I'm going to come back to that. It is very possible that like you could get the full content of like Wealthy as Fuck. You go through, you do all the live calls with me, you spend 3 months together with me, and then you decide to cancel your payments. That's a possibility. It's a possibility every creator has out there. I touch on this a little bit on the enrollment page. My anticipation and expectation is that the people who are drawn to my work are not going to pull things like that. However, if that is something that happens that you decide to do from your belief system and way of operating in the world, I want to just kindly give you a moment of caution that like karma is at work all the time. I operate from a place of high trust that I expect that my audience, that those of you who are called into my work are actually going to honor the commitment that you've made when we do the monthly payments. And this is part of why I focus on making sure that the payment amounts are approachable. So the full pay for Wealthy as Fuck is $888 because it's all eights, baby. Those are number vibes. Boop. And then if the full pay is a bigger piece than you wanted to swallow at this particular moment, then you can do it as a 10 pay and then it is $88.80 a month for 10 months. All right. When you finish your payment, whether you do a full pay right away or you do a monthly payment, once the program is paid in full, you get a sweet little thank you gift from me. This is, again, I've not seen anything like this anywhere in the industry. I have seen specific gifts and bonuses and like incentives and shit for paying in full or signing up on the first day. And I understand why all of those exist. But I also, from my own experience, have felt frustrated and disheartened and defeated when I am not in a financial place to make a responsible, I guess it's the word I want to use, responsible commitment to like doing a full pay. And I don't want my people to feel that way. I want you to feel really great about the decision to enroll. And so whether you do the full pay, that the truth is really, if you do the full pay, you just get your gift sooner. That's it. Like, so if you do the full pay, yay, super friggin' delighted to have you in. And I will get organized to get you your the little gratitude gift that I send out. It's not like this giant thing just yet. So like, I'm not sending you a car. And for those of you for whom the payment is a much better and much more approachable decision, you also get the gift. You get it at the completion of your final payment. So it's basically like once you've completed the payment, once you've completed, we need to go get some dinner. Once you've completed your monthly commitments and everything is paid in full, then I send you a little gift because I think it's really awesome that you honored that agreement. And I will say this, probably some business person somewhere is going to be like, Amy, don't talk them out of doing the full pay. And I'll be totally frank with you. I don't care how you get in, whether it's a full pay or a payment plan. Both are completely fine with me. I'm super jazzed either way. But one of the things that for myself, I sometimes find as like this like lovely side benefit of doing a payment plan is that it kind of helps me keep what I've invested in top of mind, right? Because if you're seeing it come through your credit card every month, you're like, oh yeah, okay, reminder, get myself into there and like join the calls or go, read the content or whatever. So sometimes that can be really helpful. All right, my loves, we did it. We went through like some really big things. Whether or not you decide to join me inside Wealthy as Fuck, I am really delighted and honored and so unbelievably grateful that you are here with me, that you are listening. If you're still listening to me right now, like seriously, I just have the biggest swelling in my heart of gratitude and love for you. Thank you so much for being in my world. Thank you for helping it be possible for me to do this work. It is, I gotta tell you, this whole thing was a giant gamble and still kind of is. And I'm very curious to see what's going to unpack. But like when I see the number of downloads on my podcast and I see, even when the numbers are really tiny, I'm like, but those are 4 humans who are listening to the podcast. And I'm so fucking grateful that there are 4 humans in the world that are connecting with me in this way, that are pressing play, that are willing to like listen to me sort of blather on through the microphone and let me just honor that space and like, please God, angels, universe, channel just the best of the best through me for the person on the other side of this microphone, I guess, on the other side of the headphones, because like, I just want the world for you. For those of you who are ready to enroll in Wealthy as Fuck, I probably should have said this earlier. The URL is in the show notes, or it's amyvanmeel.com/money. If you think that there's somebody in your world who would really love this program and could really benefit from it, or even if you're like, listen, you've been talking shit about money forever, here's this thing, go like learn about it. It would be amazing if you either you could share this episode, you could share any of the episodes of this week, really, and or share with them the enrollment page. It would be my absolute honor to have you inside the program, to have your bestie inside the program, to have your enemy inside the program, because I got to tell you, I just have a deep belief that when we really understand money, when we shift how we believe about money and think about money and move with money, oh my gosh, the world really starts to open up. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to open up worlds. So thank you for everything. Thank you for being here with me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Manifesting Millions podcast. Do the thing, leave the review, share it out. If you share me on the socials, then please tag me so I can celebrate you. And now I am going to go about finding some dinner because the words have been trickling out of my brain for both the last hour. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, my loves. Mwah! Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on your favorite podcast platform and help me reach more like-minded people who are ready to expand their life. If you haven't yet followed me on social media, find me on Instagram for extra love and inspiration by following @AmyVanMeal or visit my website at amyvanmeal.com. I love you so much, babe, and I am damn proud of you. I am already excited to connect in the next episode. And in the meantime, believe in yourself with the confidence of a 5-year-old.